here. So we confronted him inside before we got too comfortable. I hate to do this, but we think it's best if you go. I suppose at times it can be tough being a poetry open mic host, because the foundation of our space is that we welcome anyone. So it's tough when you have to take a stand and kick someone out to protect one of your own without the enemy ever even saying a word. Running a poetry open mic for years, I started every open mic by saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls," because everyone was welcome at the cafe. Even after my Chicago open mic moved to a bar with a stage and anyone under 21 wasn't allowed, I'd still open every open mic with, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls," because I believe to this day that sharing your poetry, sharing your art can bring out the kid in all of us. Creativity is on our side, so it takes us to a mindset that although we may be small, we can still take on the world. So he and his friends bring me to some party in some stranger's house, and one of his friends says to me, "I'm buying a balloon here, want a hit?" And I'm guessing it's a whippet balloon, but I'm not even sure if it's like laughing gas or what. But wait, isn't nitrous oxide the teen party gas of choice? But I really wasn't sure, and so I thought I'd be safe and say, "I'll do it if my friend does it." And I really thought my friend wouldn't do it. So he turns to his friend, this friend of mine, he asks, and he says, "Sure." Oh, so that failed. And I never got even the chance to ask what on earth it was I was inhaling before this friend came back, inflated balloon in hand. He told us to just sit on the couch. So we did. Just take a hit, lean back, and close your eyes. He said this, so my friend went first, handed me the balloon, and like a good student I did what I was told. And it seemed that almost suddenly the party music slowed, even the conversation that echoed around me, and that's when he hit me. Wait a minute, it's not like that. He was just next to me, and he just tapped my leg with the back of his hand. So I did the same thing back, and then he brushed his hand against my leg again. So again, I reciprocated. And my eyes were closed, and he just kept doing this. So he just kept tapping my leg. So it had to happen like 12 times. And then it suddenly occurred to me that the music had stopped. So I opened my eyes to look over at him, and he was just staring at me with saucers for eyes. After a moment I asked, "You weren't hitting me, were you?" And he said, "No." So I just looked around, realizing that he may be better off grounded in reality instead. When I was young, I sang in our church, and as a female teen, I was really kind of peeved that I could never become a priest. But as a teenager with nothing to do, one night, me and a few friends went to the local cemetery. Got there once it was dark, brought along a couple of white sheets. Now this was a small cemetery in a small town, and it didn't have high fences or gates. So we just walked into the graveyard at night, and we waited by the mausoleum until we saw a car coming down this long road from a distance. That's when I'd get on the roof, throw a sheet over my body, and when the car would get closer, just as it was making a turn near the cemetery, that's when I'd jump to the ground in the darkness. My arms were out, and I was covered in a white sheet. And we'd laugh, wondering if they thought they'd seen a ghost. I mean, This is what we did for fun. Teenagers with nothing to do in the middle of nowhere. My dad heard what happened, and he asked me the next morning if I knew anything about what happened at the cemetery the night before. I don't even remember what I answered, but as far as I know, we weren't doing anything illegal, and no one was hurt. And it's kind of funny to imagine that how those drivers must have reacted, wondering what they saw when they were driving down this lonely road by a cemetery. Did they think they saw spirits? Well, the churches didn't want a female priest. I suppose it's for the best that the church wasn't suited for me. I had more fun making people look around and look toward the dead and question what they see. Let's see what else we got here. So we'd take turns. One of us would stay 50 feet away with a cigarette in their mouth. The other guy, half the time that was I, would shoot the ash off the cigarettes. You think this is dangerous, but we could shoot that distance within about 3 inches. Oh, so we always made sure that the cigarette was new. You know, just to be on the safe side. I wonder why nobody finds me as fascinating as I know I am. Because I'm positive I'm the only person who envisions strangers coming up to me and asking, "Aren't you?" It's tough to be so as awesome as me. So, I mean, I know I'm the only one. Oh. Bored. Last night, the night before 9/11, I flipped between the TV shows 9/10, the final hours, remembering 9/11, and 100 orgasms a day. Tension burns my skin. Dark energy destroys us, rips us like a bomb. I miss the needle magnifying the scratches, playing what's not clean. Save me from burning buildings, or I will have to rescue me again. During the Cold War, the states wanted to test nukes by bombing the moon. Face scarred like war paint, I stick you into my eyes before I cut you. Had no job, traveled around the country in my old car, and someone crashed into me, almost killing me right then and there. Docs put a tube down my throat, forcing me to breathe for me for days. They attached an electromagnet gizmo to my head to monitor my brain. Fed me by shoving a tube through my skin directly to my stomach. I had to relearn how to walk, talk, eat. After I finally got free, I reached out to anyone. I almost lost everything. I was only searching for love. Ugly babies need the most love, I heard a woman say. It's funny how easily she said how her affections were so dependent on looks. At work, I was placed behind a table of loaves of Bimbo brand bread. So at work, I competed with the Bimbo, bred for attention. I sit around here, waiting for you. It's all I do, you know, wait for you. When you turn me on, all I want is to make you happy. But you need to take control. You need to let me know what you want from me. What do you want to see in me? Do I have something anywhere, somewhere, something inside of me to clear your mind of your troubles? I know you must have a lot on your mind, and I hope I'm a good escape for you. I'll be here waiting whenever you need me, whenever you want a chance to escape again. I'll be here for you. I love that one, the about poems. That poem was about a television. That'd be a television. In high school, Mom wouldn't let this goth girl photographer wear black to school. Now this goth girl photographer works at a portrait studio where dress code is to wear only black. And the goth girl photographer smiles. You know you only got me because it seemed obvious that you really needed someone to hold on to. And I loved how you held me, how you were so infatuated with me, how you curled up with me, how you caressed me. I liked that, you know. I have feelings too, and it was nice to give you something to lean on when you felt alone. But I've noticed that as more time has passed, you spent less and less time with me. And I think I know why. I think you realize now that you only know you got me because I would only be a distraction, so you wouldn't think about being alone. Another This Is About poem that was about being a teddy bear. From the perspective of a teddy bear. This is called Koala. Koala bears are endangered. So I heard the Chinese government approved giving koala bears Viagra. I heard they're also showing koala bears porn. So they have koala bear porn. I'm not occupying Wall Street. I just want to occupy your mind. I saw a sticker at a downtown Chicago light pole that said, "Most capitalism is nothing more than human and animal slavery." Someone wrote this in response to it: "You are a broke douche." We're on this ride together, tied together, for better, for worse, till death us do part. We've left for our fairy tale honeymoon, and we're the two tin cans tied together, for better, for worse, being dragged along for the ride. This is my poem. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Without me, this poem is useless. Without this poem, I am useless. Thank you.